Welcome to Unhinged Magi! Oh man, you know what's unhinged? Driving to New Jersey. 16 hours.
It's a long drive, man.
Oh my gosh, so long.
We actually did this drive. We did it all the way from Orlando, Florida. Here it is. We went all the way from down here in Orlando, Florida, all the way up to New Jersey. It was pretty crazy.
It was. However, we did do a midway stop point on the way up.
We did in somewhere around, it wasn't Raleigh, it was Richmond. We stopped in Richmond, actually. And it was like a really nice hotel in Richmond that we actually went to. But, you know, we should talk about, like, you know, what it was like, you know, picking up this, like, weird, hairy guy also.
Yep.
He was here in this place called Jacksonville.
Yeah, and he was hitchhiking, too. He was standing out in the middle of the morning. It's crazy.
This amazing place just filled with hopes and dreams.
Yeah, because we started out at, what, 5?
Yeah, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I left my house at 5:12 a.m.
Right.
Went, picked up Edwin. Then we drove north, found a hitchhiker named Rudy.
Yep.
I think we've heard of him before.
Yeah, picked him up at a gas station. Just randomly. Yep. And so this whole drive that we did, all the way up until somewhere around Pennsylvania. Somewhere up here. Yeah, I think that was about where, like, the scenery really changed. Or what do you think in, like, Washington? Yeah, this like whole way up on 95 was just like, you just have a freeway, you got trees on the sides, and like that's it. Like you don't really see a lot of country, not a lot of scenery, stuff like that.
So easy of a drive. However, I'd like to point out that Rudy is an excellent navigator. Oh my god.
Yeah, he actually did the navigation for the whole trip, and he was actually really good at it.
Yeah, he was. It was fantastic. I drove the whole way there on the way up. That was my task.
Yep.
I drove the car.
We were just sitting there doing this the whole time, and he would have to like stop us and get us like focused on track. But you know, when you're on 95, there isn't a lot of that.
Exactly.
Those big stretches of just like not having to do anything.
True.
So we planned on doing video on the whole trip up there, but that actually got interrupted.
Yeah.
Because something was falling off a cliff.
The world was falling off the cliff and everything's going to zero.
Yep.
The market was crashing down around us, except we were in the car.
Yep. And so, Dan was like stuck driving, not able to do a lot. But Rudy and I had our phones out. We're like, bye. like the whole way we're like talking stock tips back and forth and just scooping things up because everything is just crashing. So we spent a good amount of time trying to figure out if we think it bottomed. And we came to the conclusion that it either like had bottomed or was close to. Unless there's like another big change in macroeconomics and things just start going
downhill again.
We think it hit some form of bottom. So we were like just buying in like crazy. And poor Dan was stuck.
Well, that's okay. I actually contacted someone that could do buys for me while I was actually driving behind the wheel of a car.
Yep.
But then we were actually just having fun, doing the bro Tom, chit-chatting the whole way. It was pretty fantastic.
Which was like going back to like 5th grade kind of conversation that I haven't really had since 5th grade. And it was like the whole way. We were like, that's where we were.
We went downhill.
It went downhill fast.
The IQ points dropped dramatically. And everything became funny again.
Yeah, it never came back from there.
But we did we did pull over and get some gas, and I was hungry for some Taco Bell.
Yep, that's right.
And we were pulling up. I was like, man, we're going to have some Taco Bell. This is going to be great. Then Rudy goes, as I'm filling up the gas, hey, we should eat it. What was it?
Fuzzy
tacos. Yes. I'm like, it's attached to the gas station, man. It's not going to be that good.
A restaurant called Fuzzy Taco next to a gas station. So we're immediately like, that sounds pretty sketch, man.
Let's just go Taco Bell. However, Rudy said, I'm going in.
He was insistent.
I'm going to go take a look.
Yeah.
Him and Edwin go inside. I fill up with gas. Edwin comes out and goes, dude, it looks nice inside.
It actually did. It was clearly the kind of place that you could see like is like hopping on a Friday night with like people coming in. They had this whole back porch thing with windows you can like roll up and let people go on like a covered outdoor porch kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like garage door opener, so it was pretty cool.
And there was like the restaurant side, then there was like a bar side, and there was all this crazy things to look at like on the walls, like chandeliers made out of like Corona bottles and stuff like that. And the food was good, actually.
The food was fantastic.
Yeah, so Rudy actually got props on that. Like, he totally nailed it. Like, Fuzzy Taco.
Freaking run.
Fuzzy Taco was actually really good.
Yep.
I can't remember, like, what city it was in. Like, where did we stop?
I can't remember either. All right, so we're on our way, and then that was lunch that day, and we kept going, and we ended up at the Omni Hotel
in Richmond, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Richmond, Virginia. And that was amazing because, like, the city of Richmond, it, like, there was, like, nobody in it. And you could tell it was, like, a nice city. It, like, had big buildings and such like that. And the Omni Hotel, it was a nice 4-star hotel. And, I mean, it was, like, high ceilings, marble floors. It had this covered area between it and other buildings where the ceiling is, like, I don't know, like 70 feet off the ground, this big covered glass ceiling.
It was right next to the Bank of America building, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the views were pretty cool.
Yeah, and then, but there was like the next morning, it was like 5 people walking around.
Nobody there.
No one's there.
Right? Rudy's like, where is everybody? This is huge.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, like, whoever built those buildings or owned those buildings clearly thought they had a nice investment, and then there's like nobody there. It was weird.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. However, the night before we actually went to bed, we actually had to get some dinner. Yep. Right? So at one point, we decided that we would go ahead and head on out and to this pizza place, but it turned out to be like 15 blocks away.
And we weren't walking that.
I wasn't going to go get the car. I was tired from driving. So we valeted that sucker, and we were like, then...
I kept on pushing for a sushi Thai place.
Yep. So naturally, we chose something else, which was also far away.
Good call. Don't trust Edwin. Yeah.
But he won, so we ended up going there because it was right around the corner.
Yeah, and it actually was really good.
Oh my gosh, it was.
You could tell, I mean, it was a nice place, but it was like one of those little hole-in-the-wall places that's nice inside. You know, the locals know about it. Not a ton of seats, but enough seats, you know, to
it was
keep
pretty
the business
size.
going.
It had at least 30 tables.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
And I think I got the Massaman curry. Rudy, I think, got the pad thai.
Yeah, and I got the soup bowl with the beef, the wonton soup bowl with beef.
Yeah, we got a bunch of like egg rolls and stuff. It was fantastic.
Yep.
So like second really good meal. Like,
so yeah, he got props for that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so we left Richmond, Virginia, the next day. Yep. And we decided we were gonna stop at Washington D.C. Yep. But then, like, we really wanted to make this push and get straight through to the event because we knew that there was things going on.
Yeah, it was going to be special that night, and Bruce said we gotta be there. So
yeah,
we didn't want to miss it.
And there was a ton of traffic through DC also. We were really worried about that stopping us, so we actually kind of went around to the west of DC.
We did. Yeah, that actually made it pretty good time.
Yeah, and it was pretty good views, like around DC, even like, though, you know, we weren't going through like the main city. Like it got better than your typical 95.
Yeah.
But the views really got good when we got to Pennsylvania. There's nice rolling hills everywhere.
Giant trees. We started seeing them.
Yeah, it was really pretty. And so we stopped at a pizza place because, you know, we didn't get pizza the night before.
That's true. That's true.
So we pull off the freeway and we go to this like random pizza place, like in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah.
And they had the pizza. It was really good.
It was good. Fantastic.
Yeah, afterwards we're like cleaning up all the boxes and we go to them and we're like, hey, should we just throw this away or leave it on the table?
We couldn't find like the trash can and that kind of stuff.
And all of a sudden, you know, what the guys working there, they were like, we've got to get our picture with you guys. And we're like taken back because we didn't think we got recognized.
Yeah,
we totally did in this random pizza place in the middle of.
They asked for Rudy's signature and they were on their way.
Yeah, so they pulled out a menu and they had all three of us like sign this menu and they said they're going to put it on the wall. So somewhere in Pennsylvania, there's a pizza place with, like, off of 95 with our signatures all over the menu,
and it'll be on there.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was the first signature of the trip.
That's true. Then we head up, and then eventually we get to we're driving into New Jersey.
Oh yeah, New Jersey, you guys.
Okay.
Let me start by apologizing in advance.
Yeah.
For what I'm going to say about New Jersey. I'm sorry for all of you that live there and love it. You're probably not going to like me very much.
Well, they're going to understand because they live there. They've seen it.
Yeah. There's going to be some face palming going on here.
As we get into New Jersey, what we see is the trash starts getting bigger and bigger along the side of the road. That's the first thing I noticed.
Yep.
You know, more and more trash as we get closer and closer. Then I hear Edwin and Rudy go. I think Rudy went, dude, Edwin, do you see that building?
Yeah, look at that building. Oh my gosh. And you can see like roofs falling in and like, you know, walls all dilapidated. cars like they stop parking in parking lots and on the side of the road. They just start parking wherever the hell they want.
Yeah, you see them on the sidewalks. You see cars on cinder blocks.
Oh yeah, cars on cinder blocks with no wheels. We started seeing that for sure.
And still, there's tons of trash on the road. I mean, it's just there.
We saw this one roof off the freeway. There was so much dirt on the roof that somebody literally went up there and planted a garden in it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it was a garden because it wasn't just random weeds in it. They were like in a row. Yeah. But it was like, it was on the roof. You can see this big patches of dirt as it goes down the roof and then just like these lines of plants. So they're like just garden on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you have dirt, you can make a garden, which is fantastic. I thought that was actually pretty cool. You know? But if you're going to water up there,
I'll call it
that water's got to go somewhere. So that's going to go into the boards, into the wood, unless you actually figure it out. You got to put some metal down there and have the water have runoff on some other place.
Yeah, when we were driving through New Jersey, you guys, we were just like, I couldn't believe, you know, what we were seeing. Like, I cannot believe this is how bad this actually is. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was pretty intense to see. And the trash was just amazing. I mean, I've never seen a roadway where there's literally nothing but trash for blocks and blocks and blocks.
And cars parked like on one wheel's on the sidewalk. The other wheel is like on someone's like lawn, right? And they're like totally blocking everything except for the road. Yep. Not blocking the road.
Not blocking the road at all.
And like even like the businesses you saw, like a Dairy Queen, such like that, like the sign has like a bullet hole through it and it's like leaning over to the side.
The Wendy sign was actually definitely leaning over. That
like someone hit it.
That was pretty funny.
And there was
still open for business though. We got to keep going.
There was even like a car lot I could see where they were selling cars and they put an effort into decorating it. There was like banners and such around it. So it looked like nicer because it still had like just junk everywhere and it was just like stuff parked over the place and like you could see walls knocked in, but it was like...
And still, trash all the way around the building.
But they put an effort and they decorated it a little bit. They didn't bother to clean it all up completely, but they had it decorated a little bit. So it was better.
That was surprising. As we get closer to the convention, however, there's this mystical barrier.
Yeah, like you drive through it, and it's like an invisible barrier, and like you go through and it goes, whoa, 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 and like shakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like, it's kind of nice around, actually.
Yeah. No trash on the road.
Yep.
No trash on the sides.
Yep.
And it's like, you can go from one street, trash, the next street, no trash.
Yeah, and that's effectively, that's where the Pro Tour was. When you go to this exposition center, this is where like a lot of the hanging out was. Like, in fact, like the smokers were outside out here for the whole convention usually, and people would walk from this door. Like the hotel was this way, so people were walking on this like sidewalk, except for this nice sidewalk when this guy ruins it.
Oh, yeah, I poured my coffee out a little bit.
Yeah, like Rudy and I were like, I was on the sidewalk, Dan.
Well, in New Jersey. No.
Yeah, when you see a stain on the sidewalk of this guy.
Yeah, it's right there.
So anyways,
and whenever we walked by it, they would point it out. There, that's you.
It was funny, like Dan, like he pointed it out, then we would point it out, and he's like, oh yeah. But anyway, so like it was like, the hotel was actually really nice. We were actually pleasantly surprised with how nice that hotel was.
Yeah, it was very clean, and it clearly was remodeled from last time.
Yep.
I mean, it was actually nice. They had nice set up the tables, that kind of stuff. It was clear that they were expecting people to play cards.
My room at that hotel was actually better than the 4-star hotel, the Omni, in Richmond. It was actually better. It had more space for doing stuff there.
It did.
Yeah.
Nice living room for everyone to play in.
Yep.
Except they got the upscale room, so it was really nice.
And like in the floors at the bottom of the hotel, it was like where all like the tables were, and people were hanging out down there like all the time, like playing and such.
Till 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yep. So, it's the trip up there. It was a lot of fun, honestly. It was a lot of bro time. It was a lot of jokes, and like the time went by just like that.
Yeah,
16-hour drive over 2 days.
Drive. It was really good.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never driven that much or ridden that much because you did all the driving. I've never ridden that much on a car trip.
On the way back, Edwin did a lot of driving. So
yeah, on the way back, I relieved Dan a little bit. It wasn't all like stuck on him. Yeah. So, I don't think I've ever done a car trip where the time has actually passed so quickly.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot more fun when you're just chit-chatting away. It was really good.
Yeah. So we'll have another video where we talk about what we experienced at the convention, and then maybe follow up with like a final video about the car trip on the way back.
Exactly. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, so that's what it was like, you guys. Car trip on the way up there to the first Pro Tour, Flesh and Blood in New Jersey. Yep. Okay, see you guys later.
Have a great one, guys.
Bye.